What's up, everyone? My name is Shaelyn, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sure you can feel my energy through this video, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I have some great things to show you in this video, but also it's the 6th month mark of me doing this series. Let's jump right into the exercises, starting with category number 1, hand movement. So first exercise is wrist flexion and extension. I think there might be a misconception for some people watching what I'm trying to do with this exercise. Yes, my goal long term is to be able to do like this kind of motion. But honestly, even if my fingers aren't straight while flexing my wrist upwards, that is a win for me because just lifting my wrist in general is impossible for me right now. So what I'm trying to accomplish right now is just lifting my wrist. But since January, I've just been taking it through the motions because I think about engaging the muscles when I'm taking it through, but my muscles just aren't strong enough to lift my hand up. So that's what the goal is for that exercise. Just thought I'd say that because I think that some people are confused about what I'm trying to do with that exercise in particular. Yeah, and I don't really have comments about what I'm doing in the video for this exercise because it's the same as it's always been. I'm just taking it through the motions, so to speak. Maybe for the halfway episode, I'll just say what my goal long term is for each exercise, just to clarify in case there's any confusion. For the second exercise, it's pronation and supination of my wrist / hand, I guess, since this is the hand category. So I guess for this exercise, my goal would be pretty much exactly what I'm doing with my wrist, simply be able to turn my wrist like this, back and forth. I'm trying to think of a everyday task where you would do that. Turn a doorknob, turn the car key, except that's my left hand and that's not the side that it's on, so that doesn't really count. In the first and second clips of this exercise, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. It's me taking it through the motions. Again, for any exercise that you see me assisting my hand doing with my able hand, I am consciously trying to move or trigger my muscles to do those movements. So it's not like I'm just like flailing my arm through the movements. I'm physically thinking about it and trying to move it in that motion. Moving on to the most exciting part of this video. And it's perfect timing to have a milestone be hit with my exercises because I feel like I was plateauing for a while, and as that is a very normal thing, like I've talked about before, it's a very frustrating process to be on a plateau with your recovery. So it was just perfect timing, this being the halfway episode. You guys are gonna see in the first clip, I tried something just randomly new when I was trying my opening and closing of my hand exercise. Since it is opening and closing my hand, I was really just focusing on closing my fingers, but this time in particular, I think this was on like the 6th rep or something like that, and I just decided to give this a shot, but I wanted to see if I could open my hand, and I didn't have high hopes. I was like, let me just try anyway. But as you can see, when I was trying to open my hand, I was kind of giving myself a little bit of a boost since I hadn't tried this in a while. So I was bending my wrist really hard to really try and get my fingers to go in that direction. And then, to my surprise, my index finger, my ring finger, and my pinky finger shot out straight. And you can see when I do the close-up of it, the tendons on my index and ring finger are like really popping out, and that's how you know that I'm like physically opening or straightening out my fingers. And that's just freaking crazy. And obviously you can see how happy I am to have that. I wanted to put in this one clip. As soon as I got that accomplishment, I called my husband into the room and showed him, and then immediately after FaceTimed my mom, because I mean, obviously my mom's been with me through this entire experience and she knows all of my struggles that I've had, so I had to share it with her like in real time. I couldn't wait to just let her in on what literally just happened. So I called her, and I want to insert this clip because I kept recording, obviously, when I called her. It's just really sweet having her excited on the phone, and I captured that moment. So roll the clip.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. I'm so excited. It's great news.
Ugh, my index finger is really straight too. It's my pinky, my ring, and my index.
Just your middle finger was struggling a bit.
Yeah, that's the hard one.
So yeah, that was the biggest accomplishment so far. I feel like can't really think back to any that were that significant, but moving on to the next exercise. Moving on to the next category, actually, arm movement. So first exercise is flexing and extending my bicep. Both the first and the last clip look extremely similar. I will say though, the first clip, I feel like my hand was still in the mode of trying to extend those 3 fingers, with my middle finger not really doing its job the way the other fingers were. And I feel like you can tell when I'm doing, especially when I'm pulling my arm inwards on the first clip, my middle finger is like bending. It's like kind of strange, but I feel like it was still like all hyped up in the moment of that exercise. And then obviously the one that I just filmed today, not really anything different. Honestly, this exercise looks very similar to how it has looked over the last 6 months, so. Next exercise is reaching my arm over my head. Actually, with this exercise, with both clips, I'm kind of noticing that my arm, I'm not getting my arm as straight as I was, which honestly, it's fine. This exercise is really hard for me. Honestly, it's exhausting. After I'm done this exercise, every time my shoulder needs like a good minute break at least before I can jump into the next exercise. So, I'll let it slide for now. Next exercise is reaching my arm behind me. Oh, yeah. Actually, it's in both clips. I didn't notice this before with the first clip, but my hand is kind of doing this weird like twitching thing when I'm bringing it back. I'm not sure if that's a result of me like throwing my arm back and my hand just kind of like flopping, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like tone. Yeah, it kind of looks like a spasm, which might be a good thing if you think about it, because I don't have, like, you know how I talked about clawness in my disability in detail clawness video. I'll put a card in the corner for that video, but if you haven't seen it, my leg definitely experiences clawness. I thought there was some times where my arm experiences clawness, but I've never seen that before, so that's definitely new. So that might be the start of something really good. That might be something really cool that we'll see in the near future, hopefully. That'd be awesome. Moving right along to the foot category. That one looks about the same to me. Only difference is I'm not wearing socks in the one from today. That I can tell. And I'm much more pale somehow. Oh, I think I just self-tanned that day. That's why, in the first clip. That would be why I'm paler now, because I haven't self-tanned in a few weeks. Okay. Next exercise is flexing and extending my ankle. Is that what I call it? It's 6 months and I still don't know what the exercises are called. Hold on. Okay, whoa. I thought it felt different today, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that feels like it's going up a lot higher than it usually does. If you really compare the first clip to the clip from today, I feel like my ankle is going up a lot further than it was. Hold on. I can't tell if it's the fact that I don't have a sock on in this one and you can just like see it more. Ugh, I wish I could tell. Let me know in the comments if you guys notice it too, because I feel like that's like huge. Like, holy moly. It looks like it's going up like a full 90 degrees. Oh my god. Wasn't expecting that until I was reviewing the footage. Damn. It's a win. This episode is a win. All right, moving on to the last category, leg movement. So you know the drill. First exercise is the straight leg fire hydrants. Oh my god. Those ones are a struggle for me. Oh my god. It's like real hard on my balance for some reason. I can't tell if it's because it looks like I'm leaning to the side a little more in the clip from today when I'm doing it at like the highest point that my leg goes. It looks higher, but I think honestly it's just because I'm leaning a little bit more. Oh my god, my plant. My plant looks really sad. It's an orchid and it's gonna die because I messed it up. I didn't water it for 2 days past its watering date because I went to Canada for vacation for a week. And it's so dramatic, it looks so sad. I don't think I'll ever get another orchid again. They're so hard to take care of. Moving on to the second last exercise. I'm just gonna call it the flamingos. Because I look like a freaking flamingo when I'm doing it. Kicking my butt with my heel. Okay, I can really tell that from the clip from today, I'm trying really hard not to swing my leg back with each rep, because I think I said this rude. I think that I said this last month. I think I said that I was gonna try and make a more conscious effort not to swing my leg so that I can get like quality movement of like engaging my hamstring. You can tell I'm keeping my knee where my other knee is and I'm just moving my foot basically up to my butt. But in the first clip, my leg is definitely still swinging. I think I just forgot that I said I wanted to try to do that at the beginning of the month, but I definitely remembered at the end, so. Moving forward, this will be a better way to try, I guess. Then the last exercise for this month's video, my balance test. So I can already tell you, because I'm looking at the times, that I did better today than I did at the beginning of the month. The beginning of the month, it was 6.1 seconds that I stood on my left leg for, and today I stood on my left leg for 7.3 seconds, which I remember celebrating so hard when I was done filming that, because I was like, oh my god, that felt so long. Meanwhile, like, I thought it was like 15 seconds, but obviously it was only 7.3 seconds, so whatever. I did my best, and that's all that I can ask of myself. So that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking around for another episode of Breaking 10,000 Barriers. This was a really good one, and I think it was time for a really good episode because I feel like I've been a downer in the last couple ones. Or maybe it was just the last one. I forget. Let me check. Oh yeah, it was May. I was a little bit of a downer because I think I didn't do my exercises all month except for, obviously I filmed at the end, I'm pretty sure. So, brighter days ahead, guys. This is your sign to just keep it pushing because you can have really bad days or months or weeks or years, and then you can have a really strong one. You can never predict, like I've always said, you can never predict with this type of disability, or any disability, honestly. You can't predict when you're going to have struggles and when you're going to have breakthroughs. So this is your sign to do your exercises and just keep pushing. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me on all my socials linked in the description down below. And I will see you next week for another new video. Okay, bye!